3, 2, 1. Just be in the middle.
Yeah. Can there be a middle?
All right.
Gotta pick a side. Pick a side. I don't know which side to pick. Don't hate me, guys.
I almost went there too. It's like
I think
so
like
hard.
guiltily, like I'm like happy that I'm not oppressed, but I'm not proud of like things people have done in the past.
When I think of being proud of something, I think of something I worked for, or that I had to do nothing to be white, absolutely nothing, and nothing was taken from me because I was white.
It's like saying I'm a proud white person is a completely different saying than saying I'm a proud black person. Because when you hear I'm a proud black person, I think empowerment, I think strength, I think courage, I think, all these amazing things that the black community has done and accomplished.
Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kodash. Double honors my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect, with the house of David, reborn again in this generation. And shalom to the 130 Yasharala, who today are known as the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Before losing our true heritage, we were known as, and still are, the true Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about the nation of Edom, who today is referred to as the so-called Caucasian race, and this video and how this all aligns with prophecy. Right? But first of all, let's go and just read the scripture, which is the actual prophecy that this video aligns with. This is Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And that right there is what you were seeing, right? You're seeing all these Edomites, because that's what their true biblical names are, being full with shame, right? Except for this woman here, right? But again, that's just an Edomite trait for not being ashamed of what you're doing. Though she did say she did feel shame for what her past people did, right? But though these Edomites here, though, they've now been overcome with the shame that the Lord said He would fill these Edomites with, right? That their glory that they once reveled in, right? That they were the dominant race, right? That they would tell everybody, that they had everybody in subjection and all this stuff. That's all seen to them as shameful now, right? Why? Well, because of the actions that they had to perform, right? And when I say they, I'm talking about their people, had to perform to get all that, right? How they ruled over the people with rigor, right? With anger, right? And another thing that you seeing here, right? Like this one guy back here said that, he didn't have to do anything to be born Edomites, right? And that's why he doesn't feel proud of it, because he didn't have to do anything to earn it. Well, that's not the way it works, right? The Bible tells you very clearly that you are your fathers, right? And that's because reincarnation is true. The Bible speaks very clearly and makes it very plain that you come back in the third or fourth generations, right? So these people here, this guy particularly, doesn't understand that, right? So his whole, saying that, he's not proud to be white, it's misplaced, right? The reason why he's not proud to be white is because, you see, the Lord has turned all these people's, pride inward against themselves, right? And now everybody is, for the most part, fleeing from them, fleeing from their customs, right? Fleeing from their nation, spiritually, right? And in the last part, I don't know, this woman here, right? She started, waxing, poetically, man, speaking a soliloquy of the greatness of Jake, man, about how, she she looks up to the black people, right? Because they're black pride and all this stuff, right? See, that right there is also shameful spewing, right? Because she's basically up there, while she disagrees about her being proud of being white, she says that she looks up to the, people who are proud to be black. Well, first of all, there's no such thing as black, right? Our people are not black, right? They're not even the color black. They're the color brown. Just like these people here aren't white. They're light pink and shit, right? Pink with yellow hair, right? But the thing is these people, they have right now on them the curses that the Lord said he would put upon them, and that's why you see the majority of them are not proud to be Edomites, okay? Now, this also is another prophecy that came to pass, because the Lord said he would do this to the nation of Edom, right? This is Obadiah 1 and 2. Behold, I have made thee small amongst the heathen. Thou art greatly despised, right? And this is another reason why these people are not proud to be white, right? They're not proud to be Edomites, and that's because all their wicked history, all that wickedness that their forefathers and they themselves in a previous life have done is all now coming back to, bite them in the butt, man. It's now haunting them, and people are holding them accountable, right? Like we can't go, a month without hearing some sort of atrocity that these, Edomites have done, right? Be it some church, rape scandal, some land robbing, or some law that was passed, and all these horrible things, right? That just keeps coming up. And why is that? Well, because the Lord right now, he's making these Edomites bare. He's lifting their skirt above their head like he said he would. So that way the nations can see their shame, right? And that ultimately is coming down upon these Edomites, right? And their children are now seeing the repercussions of it, and they're not proud of it at all, right? In fact, so much so that a lot of them don't even want to be with the opposite sex of their same nation, man. The women of these Edomites, a lot of them are seeking to get hooked up with a Jake, either the southern kingdom or northern kingdom, right? The males of the Edomite race, a lot of them, man, they're already turning homosexual. Usually it happens when they're late into their 40s, 50s, that they're all of a sudden turn homosexuals. But look, a lot of them are turning into women. And why is that? Well, because of all the chemicals these devils have put into their food, the air, the water, aiming to target our people, but ultimately it's turning around and it's messing up their children, right? This is Job 20 and 10. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods, right? And that's actually what's happening now, right? Like that last, fat lady there who was talking about, how, she looks up to, black people with black pride and all this stuff, right? She was seeking to please the poor, who are predominantly the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans. Right? You also heard the story recently about how Manhattan Beach, or how it was called back in the days, Bruce Beach, was given back to the Judite family, which it was robbed by, man. That's a right there, right? His hands shall seek to restore their goods. Well, that's happening because these Edomites are trying to do good by what they think they can do good, right, man? But it ain't gonna help, because you see, the Bible tells you, man, if you do something, if you take something from somebody, you got to repay them sevenfold, right? And there is not enough money in the world to repay the Israelites who were taken into slavery, to give back 40 acres and the mule, right? Which was taken from them, right? These devils are unable to physically pay back, what they owe, right? And on top of that, man, they're not even spiritually ready to pay back what they owe spiritually, man. This is why ultimately the judgment of the Lord is going to come down upon them. This is Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. And this is the ultimate judgment that falls upon these Edomites, these so-called Caucasians in the world, man. The Lord, he only used them for a short time, right? This is how the Lord ultimately wipes out wickedness from the world, right? He's gonna destroy the seed of the wicked, because you see, there are three types of people in this world: the sons of God, which are the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans; the sons of men, which are all the other heathen nations, right? The Japanese, Chinese, Africans, Arabs, and so on. And then the seeds of the wicked, right? Or the sons of the wicked, which are the Edomites, the so-called Caucasian race. Well, you see, the Lord, on his second coming, which is very soon to come, he's going to destroy the nation of Edom. And as it tells you in the scripture, they shall go into captivity, right? For 1,000 years, right? For 1,000 years, they shall be slaves in the kingdom, serving us Israelites, doing what we want them to do, building up our nation, right? And after the 1,000 years, they shall all be burnt in a pit. They shall go extinct, right? And then their souls will be dispersed amongst the other nations, right? Because you can't destroy energy, right? So that being said, I just wanted to cover this video. I thought it was a good example of Esau and his lineage being filled with shame for their once glory, right? So with all that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Wapapadash. Double honors my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect. Shalom.